Just a shitty trading week. I want to start this video off by prefacing, we all have winning weeks, we all have losing weeks. Everyone's going to lose, everyone's going to win at some point. Sometimes you're going to have a streak of losses and you're going to have a streak of wins. That's trading. It's up and down. And this week, we're going to recap some of my terrible entries.
Right. So last week, some beautiful sells here. Took a really bad buy. Some beautiful sells after, recovered all the losses, and then some. This week, we're breaking out of this channel. We're looking to take this to the upside. As you can see, my entry. Let me get this down. We were in for the buys as we pulled back into this area. I held through a little bit of drawdown. Ended up closing over here Friday, well before news, about like 7 hours before news. The reason I closed this before news was because I wanted to offset the risk of GCAD, a trade that was a terrible trade, and I was very in the negative. And by closing this profit, it cut that loss in half. This trade right here, I should have believed and left a pending order here. I would have got hit at break even legitimately to the pip from NFP, and then I'd be up about 39, 40 pips right now as a breakout on the daily time frame. So I knew we were pushing up here. I know that we were closing the daily on the upside. We had a slight bit of a wick here, but I understood that we needed to support at this area here. I was totally fine with this drawdown, which is why there was nothing to it. My stop loss was all the way down here, 45 pips anyway. Ultimately, the spot that I really wanted to retest was this red box here. This was the breakout, and I really wanted this price. I had a buy limit. I later deleted it, but that buy limit was sitting right here at the top, about 20 pips below my first entry. Went ahead and closed this out for I got about 15 pips, right? That's super low, but I used it to reduce risk on GCAD. I knew that news was coming out later in the day, and I just wanted to offset some of the losses from that bad trade. Where I made my mistake was not leaving a nice another trade sitting here at the same exact spot. I used it from sells. I used it for buys. It is a key sensitive price, and I failed to do that. News was what ultimately screwed us this week. Now, we screwed ourselves by getting in for a sell here as structure was breaking to the downside. I was hoping to take out this previous day's low. We didn't even get there. I didn't even get to break even. I ignored the potential of a slight higher low here. I ignored the daily fib here. So the previous day's bullish candle. I ignored the 61.8 hit there that caused this move up. And then we just started to ascend. I noticed, and that's why I closed this, because I drew this trend line and was like, man, this right here is ascending. And as you can see, after doing that, we had a nice close to the upside on a 4-hour candle closure here. That's when I got in for my buy, because I realized my mistake, recovered, went and switched to the right bias, scaled out at 30 pips in profit. News drove us back down legitimately to the freaking pip, as you can see. And then what happened? We're 96 pips that we could have collected and have not, because we fucked up. Again, we didn't leave a pending order. It's ironic how GCAD and NZD/USD are so similar. These are the same exact setups. The same exact setups. This is breakout methodology. And here I am fucking it up 2 for 2 this week by not leaving a pending the same entry. I scaled out. I should have left a full risk entry here, because I know that price isn't going to drop it, this far here. Some people might say that's risky, but those people aren't me. And those people don't have as strong of a controlled risk appetite as I have had for the last 6 months. And I'm starting to get sick and tired of up these entries. I'm sick and tired of being correct initially and then having no huevos when it comes to the retest. And then that's when the move actually happens. I see it. I'm right. Boom. Oh no, I'm worried. Oh shit, I missed it. That's me. That's me. And this is 4 pips from hitting my full EP. This right here was a drop ball. GCAD, drop ball. Day after 4th of July. Or no, this was the day of 4th of July. Got in for the sell, ignoring the daily. Okay, took an L there, right? Offset some of the losses by closing NZD/USD here. Moving forward, how I'm going to solve this problem. I don't care the emotional side of what's happening. When I have a daily candle, right? So one, need daily bias. Correct. Okay. Two, when that happens, leave pending full risk if retested. That's the second right there. If our daily bias is correct and we got hit and we're following Fibonacci, I'm going to be leaving a pending at this point. I'm going to get in for full risk. I am going to scale out the exact same way that I always do. And if I get retested for the exact same pip, I'm going to have another full risk buy or sell. Fixing this one mistake is going to literally help me collect hundreds of pips that I am letting slip by. And we're going to correct this by leaving those pendings. I think something that a lot of people don't do is whether they win or lose, right? Whether they win or lose, they don't go back and they don't journal their trades. They don't analyze, they don't assess and say, well, if I did this, it would have changed the outcome like this because I trade this way, right? Here are my rules. Here's how I follow them. Here's how this would have played out, just following my rules. And they don't do that. But I'm huge on that because I'm a huge proponent of or an advocate for studying and getting better at the skill set of trading. It's not about the money. It's not the fact that this account would be a couple more dollars in profit. I don't give a shit about that. What I give a shit about is taking trades properly at the right spots, the right times, using the right concepts, and having the right understanding. It's the skill set. It's, yes, my bias was correct. I know that by now. I've traded for 6 months, taking these very similar setups constantly, multiple times a week. I'm fully aware that I'm seeing them. I'm fully aware of how it's typically going to play out. Not always, but typically if certain criteria are met. And then you drop the ball, like...
Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
Aim to be a better trader, to take the best setups, and get better at the skill set of trading, and the money will come. Don't focus on the money. Focus on the skill set, and the money will come.